Cannabis is like many other things on this planet. There's a male and female plant. The male produces pollen, and the female produces THC-filled flowers, the bud. When the male pollen interacts with these buds, that's when seed production begins. I'm going to take advantage of cannabis's natural tendencies in my indoor grow room by eliminating all the males. Thus, I won't have any pollen to worry about. All I'm going to have is bud to harvest. Well, it's been 2.5 weeks since I've taken my clones from my vegetative room and put them here in the flowering room. Now, these 2 clones are really starting to show their bud, their true colors. If you look down here at my AK-47, it is a true blue female. She is gorgeous. You can tell she's a female by looking at the intersections, the nodes, and they'll have little buds on there with lots of white hairs. The white hairs are a true sign that it's a female. Now I know my AK-47 over my vegetative room is a female. And I'm super, super fortunate because my white widow is a female too. Looking right up in here at this top, beautiful top bud. Got nice white hairs, nice white stigmas coming out. I'm really, really excited. I don't have any males in any of my garden. Males differ from females, where the females have their buds with white hairs. Males would have these little pod-like structures. Sometimes they stand just 2 pod structures, one side by side. Other times they have whole bunches of pods that kind of dangle off the little nodes, a lot like these extra large version would be these grapes. When it's time for the males to pollinate, these grapes split open at the end like a little flower, and they send pollen all over the garden. When this pollen interacts with a female bud, the female stops producing THC and starts producing seed. And that's what I really want to avoid, and it looks like I have, because both of these clones are female, so I know all my garden is female. Because I flowered the 2 clones and they both came up female, I know that this white widow and this AK-47 are both female. I also know that all the clones I took from these 2 plants are going to be female. So I'm really excited because all I have to do now is keep these plants healthy and alive in this vegetative state, in this vegetative room, and never bud them. I'm just going to keep them here living and loving life. Every month or so, I'm going to take clippings and I'm going to grow clones. Once the clones reach a certain size, then I'm going to take them over and I'm going to bud them, and I can get sick, wonderful nugs. Now that I know that all my clones are female, I'm going to set them up for fast growth. I want them to get in the flowering room as soon as possible. All right. Well, they've been here for 2.5 weeks, and they already have a great root structure showing. That's the AK-47. All right, here's our white widow. So here's the little root ball in here, and we're going to get 4-inch cubes. And we're going to water them down. And we're going to take our female clones and we're going to plop them right inside the cube. Once we have that hooked up, we're going to take one of our hoses, slide the hose right in, and we're going to set it right down in the planter with the lights just a couple inches right off their tops. Hi girls, you've done such a good job. You've served your purpose. You've shown me that all the plants in the vegetative room are female, and your sisters are going to throw me really good buds, really fat buds. But I'm afraid you two aren't, because you're so small, you're not going to be able to support the buds that's going to be growing on your small little stem. So I'm going to take you out here. You did such a good job. Well, these clones are a little over 1 month old. It's been a month since this clone was sitting right here on this white widow plant. And look at her go. She has a wonderful root system established in this cube, and she's well on her way to good growth. Once she gets between 40 and 50 centimeters tall, I'm going to take her and put her into the flowering room. Soon after that, I'm going to have some really nice bud. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. The clones that I have taken from the mother over 2 months ago are doing awesome. They're over 20 inches, 25 inches tall, and they're ready to get flowered. They're tired of summer, and they're waiting for fall. So all I have to do is pick them up and put them in the hydroponic system in my flowering room. Be careful of the roots.